Are we started yet? All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another series of tutorials with me, Aubrey. Um, this is going to be a very, very interesting lesson. Now, in this lesson, as you can see, we look at some linear regression. But before we start, I am requesting that you subscribe to the channel, you leave a like, and you share the link of the channel to other people so that they may gain the same knowledge that you're gaining. All right, and comment any video that you would like me to make on, or any topic that you would like me to make a video on. You can leave that in the comment box below. Let's dive into the lesson. Now here we have, for the following data, show that the lines of regression, I don't know if you can see that, all right, show that the lines of regression for x on y and for y on x meet at x bar, comma, y bar. Okay, for the following data show that the lines of regression for x on y and y on x meet at the means of x and at the means of y. So we have the following data. On this column, we have the values of x. So we have 1, 2, 4, 7. We have y here, 3, 5, 6. So adding everything, summation of x, we're going to have 4. Adding everything here, summation of y, uh, we are going to have we are going to have 18 there, and summation of x times y, we say this times this will give us 3, 2 times 5 will give us 10, 4 times 4 will give us 16, 7 times 6 will give us 42, and adding everything up, we're going to call this summation of xy, which will give us 71. X squared, we're getting 1 squared will give us 1. 2 squared will give us 4. 4 squared will give us 16. 7 squared will give us 49. And this we're going to call summation of x squared, which is 70. Same applies to y. Y squared, 3 squared will give us 9, 5 squared will give us 25, 4 squared will give us 16, 6 squared will give us 36. And adding everything up, we're going to call this summation of y squared, which is equal to 86. All right, so this is all the information that we need, and we've set it out for ourselves. Now we are going to point out some data facts that we need. All right, what do we need for x on y, okay, and for y on x? So for x on y, basically the line is governed by this equation: y is equals to a plus bx, and the estimate for the mean is given by this equation: y bar is equals to a plus bx. All right, bx bar. Okay, what you're also going to need is the gradient b, which is sxy over sxx. All right, this is, you have to know this. All right, and for x on y, the equation that governs it is x is equals to a plus by, and the estimate for the mean is given by x bar. Remember, x bar, a b, and b mean. And what you're going to need for the mean b is equals to x, y, and this. And let me just explain what sxy is. So sxy for both here, this same xxy is the same sxy here, will be equals to the summation of xy, which is this summation of xy, okay, the sum of this, which is 71, minus summation of x, which is 14, times summation of y, which is 18 over n. And in this case, when you replace those values, you're going to get a. Hope you're following. And syy, okay, syy, we have the equation given by summation of y squared and this. So summation of y squared, which is y then squared, which is 86, minus summation of y inside here, which is 18 squared over n. N is the number of rows we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So n is 4. When you divide there by n, you're going to get a 5 there. Okay. Same applies to sxx. Sxx is equal to sxx is equals to x squared blah. Then when we put summation of x, which is this 70 minus 14 squared over n, will give us 21. Okay, so basically here the idea is we need to find b can be this b. Okay, this is the equation that we want. Okay, and here this is the equation that we want, and from here we only need to find a and b. Same applies here, we only need to find a and b. And how we can find b, we use this equation. Same applies here, how we find b here, we use this equation. To find a, you're going to use this equation right here. Okay, the estimate of mean. Same applies here. To find a, you're going to use this equation right here. And I'm going to color code this. For x on y, I'm only going to use red, and for y on x, I'm going to use blue so that you can easily follow through. So meaning that in our case, our b's here, which is 8 over 8 over 21, b, remember b is sxy, which is 8, and sxx, which is 21, which will give us that. Okay, and b this side will be equals to 8 over 5, which is sxy, which is 8, and syy, which is 5, and which simplifies to 1.6. Our a, to find our a, we use this equation. I hope you can see. Let me just zoom in a bit. Okay, this is the equation we use to find our a. We just replace mean. Y bar is the mean. Mean. So how do you find the mean? So mean of y, we just get the summation of y over n. All right. So summation of y, which is 18 over n, which is 4. Same applies to get the mean of x, which is just summation of x, which is 14 over n, which is 4. And this should be able to, in fact, here let's make a the subject of the formula. We're going to have a equals to the mean of y minus b mean of x, and when we replace this, will be 4.5 minus b, which is this, and the mean of x, which is 3.5. And when we simplify that, we get a equal to 3.1667. Okay, this should be a point. 3.1667. Hope you're able to see that. And we are simply going to replace in this equation. Right? B we're going to replace here. A we're going to replace here. But first of all, before we replace, let's find our a on this side. So our a, which is this equation, we are going to use this equation. X bar is equals to a plus b y bar. All right, making a the subject of the formula, we're going to have this. Okay, meaning that our a is equals to our x bar, which is our mean, is 3.5 minus b, which is 1.6 times y bar, which is 4.5. Simplifying this, we get our a being equal to this equation right here, negative 3.7, and we are going to replace in this equation. All right, so now I think we can replace in the equations. So this is let me see, this is 3 point like that. So meaning that our y on x equation is equals to a, which is 3.3.16667.5 plus b, which is 0 point, let me move it here, it'll be done in less than 15, 0.38095 x. So this is for y depends on x. Here our x equation will be equals to our a, which is negative 3.7 plus b, which is 1.6 x, and we had, I mean y, sorry, this should be y here, this should be y, all right, this should be y and this should be y. All right, so basically this is it. From here we need to plot the two equations. All right, plotting the two equations, and using my graphing calculator here, same applies. This is our f of x. The red, we are still maintaining red was for x on y, and blue was for y on x. These should be your lines, and they come out, you see the mean there, which is 4.5, 3.25. I don't know if you can see that. So that is 3.25. Just print this. That is 3.25. Okay, so let me just, so this is our, you see that we are close. So this is where it is going to intersect at 3.5, which is when you check your mean for x, which is x, let me see, x was 14 over the total, which is 4. 14 over 4, which will give you 3.5. So that is your x bar. Your y bar is equal to the summation of y over n. Summation of y was 18 over the total, which is 4, which will give you 4.5. Okay, which is just approximate there. So this is a good job. So now, in a case where you don't have a graphing calculator like mine, what you can do is you come back to your equations here. Here, x is dependent on y. So y will be changing here. So we pick the values, two values of y from the column here. So two values of y. So we pick maybe 3 and 4. So we say 3 and 4. So 3 and 4. So here we'll say y is equals to 3, y is equals to 4. Then you find your value of x here and your value of x here. Okay? Okay? So you replace here and simplify, you find your value of x. This will be your coordinates for this line. And here, in a case where x is dependent on y, we pick values of x. So we're going to pick two values of x, which are, we can pick 1 and 4. So here when x is 1, when x is 4. So you need to find the values of y. The values of y. Here you are going to have coordinates. You plot these coordinates. They'll be the and join the two coordinates. There'll be the line of this one. Same applies here. You find the coordinates here, the coordinates, and here the coordinates. You plot them. Okay, you plot them, and those will be coordinates for this equation. You need to join them at the end, and that's basically it. Or let me just yeah. So tell me what you get as the coordinates there, and you can share uh, on my email that will be in the description on what you got and showing exactly where the mean was. Have a good day.